Welcome to Global Color TV. We are in France, in Lyon, in the stadium of Olympique Lionnais. Here you see the lettering. I'm Bernd from Germany and you are watching Asia Auto Ambassador. And today I will present to you a new Chinese electric vehicle. However, the brand they are using is a traditional British brand. Here the car is, and this is the all-new MG4 Electric, a new compact electric vehicle that is based on the first dedicated electric car platform of MG, modular scalable platform it's called. The brand MG is already active in many European markets. They have never been gone in the UK, and if you're watching from the UK, you've seen a lot of MG4 videos anyway already. SAIC, Shanghai Automotive Industry Corporation, once bought what was left over from MG Rover, the big British car manufacturer, and they continued also in the UK with the brand MG. They even built vehicles in Longbridge near Birmingham. Then they decided, okay, the quality of the vehicles is not that good, the cars we built there, so they moved the production to China, but they still have a kind of development center there. So the brand is active also now in Germany, in Spain, France, and the Benelux and Scandinavian region. In Germany, for example, I'm from Germany, so I know all the German details, of course. MG already has 133 dealer outlets, and they are selling a plug-in hybrid to electric SUVs and the MG5 Electric, which is an electric station wagon. All these cars are still using ICE platforms, so combustion engine platforms, and this is the MG4 Electric, the first of a new generation of electric vehicles from MG. It's a compact car, and as you can see already from its design and format, it's definitely a direct competitor to the ones of a Volkswagen ID.3, the Cupra Born, or Renault Megane E-Tech, for example. We've got LED headlights here and a high beam assist as well. No large grille, it's not needed. We have air intakes here in the front bumper for the cooling of the battery, of course. The car itself is 4 meters and 29 in length, so it's a compact car. Finally, not another SUV we can present, so it's 1.50 meter high. It's a true compact vehicle. The reduced height has also been achieved by a new battery packaging, 11 centimeters. The batteries are high only, and there are two battery options available for the MG4 Electric. The standard one has got a capacity of 51 kilowatt hours, and the larger one 64 kilowatt hours. Out of these, it's 61.7 kilowatt hours that can be really used. There will be different trim levels, and here we've got the luxury trim level. That means 17-inch alloy wheels, and this car has a WLTP range of 435 kilometers. So I explained to you the length and the height. You see the design of the car. I quite like the rear lights, by the way. They are a bit large here, the LED stripes, but then we've got nice LED design stripes here on the top of these modules. I quite like this. And of course, there is a boot behind the fifth door. I open that. It measures 350 liters in the luxury version due to more standard equipment, and 363 liters in the standard and comfort version. Here you see the charging cables and a removable floor, but there's not really an additional storage compartment under the floor. So I just mentioned the cable, and of course with the cable you can charge the car. The socket is here, and you can charge it AC with up to 11 kilowatts with the larger battery pack, and there's a CCS, a combined charging system opportunity as well, so for the fast or hypercharger. And the MG4 Electric with the smaller battery can achieve up to 117 kilowatts of charging power, and the larger battery pack is able to charge with up to 135 kilowatts. So that means roughly 35 to 40 minutes to increase the state of charge of the battery up to 80%. So we checked the boot, we checked the design, format, charging power, what's left, seating comfort in the interior. Let's go. My height is 1.92 meters. This is 6 feet 3 inches, by the way, and I adjusted the driver's seat into my individual seating position, and still I fit quite well behind my imaginary self, so there's enough room for the knees and the feet underneath the seat. The battery pack in the floor is quite small. It's 11 centimeters high only, and this is one of the advantages of the new battery pack MG motor developed for this platform. However, I still sit a little bit deep within the car. Of course, there needs to be a compromise between seating height and headroom. The headroom is quite large. As you see here, I can sit very comfortable. The seats themselves have a fabric and artificial leather, so a vegan upholstery. Isofix is accessible here behind. Here we see the, well, you don't see, but you can feel the Isofix cassette, so this is quite easy to handle. And there are a lot of practical details like these small storage bags here for smartphones or handkerchiefs, whatever. And we've got a larger storage here as well. Also, there's at least one USB power outlet and a storage compartment in the center console. However, there are no air vents here in the back. The plastics in the door is, well, of course it's a lot of dark plastic, but there are different material surfaces. I quite like this. It looks a little bit less boring than the panel, for example, in the Volkswagen ID.3, and also here we've got artificial leather and a nice blue contrast stitching. Yeah, that's it here from the second row. Let's move into the cockpit. The driver's seat in the luxury version can be adjusted electrically, and standard and comfort it's manual, such as the steering wheel in both ways. So I find a quite comfortable seating position here. The backrest and the headrest are high enough. However, the seat could be a little bit larger for tall people like me, but I quite like the seating position here on the driver's seat. The cockpit of the MG4 Electric looks quite modern. Of course, it's full digital, and it reminds a little bit of the one in the Volkswagen ID.3, of course, because this is how the current cockpit architecture is done in many cars. We see a center console with a knob here for the drive neutral or reverse drive setting and the electric parking brake. We have the opportunity to charge the smartphone wirelessly, and here underneath we have a USB and USB-C power socket, also for the usage of Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Here two quite small cup holders and a large storage compartment. The display here on top of the center console has got a size of 10.25 inches. Here you see the home menu. This can, wherever you are, for example, we are in the telephone menu, and if you want to go back, you can either push the home button here on the touchscreen or the physical home button, and then you go back there. The touchscreen and the display sometimes is a little bit slow in its reaction. We would need to check how this disturbs the driving pleasure. There's a sat-nav in the luxury version. At the moment, the car is the sat-nav is not fully updated, so we cannot use it. Then we have the charging management. For example, here you see the current state of charge of 70.2 centimeters and the current range of 308 kilometers. The WLTP range of the MG4 Electric with the larger battery is 450 kilometers with 16-inch alloy wheels, and with 17-inch wheels mounted here on the luxury version, it's 435 kilometers with a fully charged battery. So this is how the menu looks like. Of course, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay I just mentioned. There's a 360 degrees camera system. This is a little bit slow in its reaction at the moment. Here you see it. This is also part of the luxury trim level in the MG4 Electric. The air condition menu also needs to be chosen here, where we have it here, and then you can change the temperature, seat heating. So heated front seats are available in the luxury version as a standard equipment, and a heated steering wheel. However, I recommend that you use a shortcut here. It's a physical button on the steering wheel. The favorite button, then you can configure that maybe for the aircon menu if you often want to use seat heating, for example, or phone your wife, your husband, whoever. So this brings us to the steering wheel. Here we've got physical buttons and these controllers to maneuver through the menus. Now we see the volume, for example, can also be adjusted here. Put it back to 0. And behind the steering wheel we've got a 7-inch display, so that's a little bit larger than the one in the ID.3 or Cupra Born. Here we see the driving assistance, current speed, state of charge, and trip computer information as well. The whole cockpit is very decent, so there's no head-up display. That means we don't need a huge cockpit, so it's very low, and that also provides a good outlook to the street. I quite like that. Also the mirrors mounted on the doors do not distract the view to the outside. The materials are okay, of course it's plastic, and I would like to see the car in daylight next time, how that looks like, also when the car is maybe on the road for a couple of weeks. But so far it looks well done, and also the finish of the materials. There's one more interesting feature. This is called vehicle to load. You can charge other devices with up to 2.2 kilowatts of charging power. Here, the Hyundai Ioniq 5, Kia EV6 or Genesis GV60 also offering vehicle to load with some more charging power. But this is also here a quite interesting feature for the daily routine with an electric vehicle. Prices in Germany start at 32,000 euros for the small battery standard version, and then we've got the larger battery. This is roughly 4,000 euros more with some more standard equipment, and the luxury version 64 kilowatt hours and more spec, like the electrically adjustable driver seat, 17-inch wheels, and some more driving assistance such as the blind spot sensor and rear traffic assist, costs 37,990 euros. That's the exact German list price. In the UK, the prices are already communicated, and if you're looking from abroad, of course, check your local MG website for prices. That means the car is round about 15% cheaper than the Volkswagen ID.3, so 4,500 euros approximately, and also competes against smaller vehicles in terms of pricing, such as the Opel or Vauxhall Corsa E and Peugeot E-208. This was my first impression, my first check of the MG4 Electric. Test drives and more information will follow soon. I hope so that you will watch these videos then as well. And of course that you watch all the other videos here at Asia Auto Ambassador. And if you like the videos, please subscribe to the channel, and you can also search for Asia Auto Ambassador on Instagram. Thank you again for watching. Thanks to Matthias, the guy behind the camera. I will go back to the stadium now, but not playing football. See you soon. Bye-bye.